Hey guys, time for another State of the Cactus Union video, just to show what's going on here in my collection. I missed the last 2 or 3 months simply because I was depressed, from the passing of our beloved family dog. I mean, I don't want to bring it up again. Outside what I've just said, just so you know, I've posted a little bit less because, sometimes, I don't know, I felt like I have nothing to say outside of being miserable. But yeah, you know how it is. You can't let depression get a hold of you. So here's another video, and I want to show you what's going on here. So this is my greenhouse number 1, and we're going into fall, winter. I've already prepared for complete winter. I realized that I have way too many plants. I don't know what happened. I can't tell you what happened. It's probably because I've been sowing out like crazy, completely delusional. But yeah, I can't stop. It helps me coming through winter. When it's getting cold, and there's nothing to do with the cactus garden, but you can sow out. You can grow these amazing crosses that you made all year, all summer long, and yeah, it just helps me getting through winter. And yeah, that's bad because I have no space. So I bought 2 shelves. This shelf here I bought this year, and one in the other greenhouse. But it was between last year and this year. So within the last year I bought 2 shelves, and they evaporated. The space that I got completely evaporated. It's just not there. I don't know why. I actually had hoped that this winter I would have super much space in the greenhouse, but I didn't. So yeah, let's step inside, and it's too tight. I know all that. But yeah, I can't put them all on the compost bin. This winter, this autumn, I gave away maybe a greenhouse full of plants to the street, to the neighborhood. I just want to spread the love of cactus, and the people here are super happy about it. They can't believe that someone is such a financially normal people would sell them, but I don't. For one, it's a lot of work, and I am writing a book right now. I'm writing a new book about the genus Trichocereus, Sorensia, Leucostele, all this stuff, and I don't have the time to do full-time plant selling, and I don't want to, because it's a lot of hard work. There was a time when I used to sell plants, and it was such a terrible situation. I was so unhappy because I sold all these huge plants, huge Echinocactus grosoni, and shipped them across the world. Not across the world, but across Europe, across the European Union, and people would complain because it took 2 weeks longer because the package was so huge. And that's when I said I will not be a plant seller. So yeah, I'm selling seeds, and that's it, and books. So yeah, where was I? I have no space. So I took a cutting of this Trichocereus validus. There you can see the plant. It has 5 pups now that I removed the tip, and that's awesome. That's really awesome. I did not expect this plant to pop like it did. Let me try to show you. There you go. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I have a lot of fruits. I'm trying to save this plant. It looks like crap, but I'm trying to save it. Sometimes I keep plants that are scarred, simply because I know I can save them. I know I can grow them to their previous health, and that's what I'm doing there. So don't be surprised when I have plants in between that are a little bit scarred. To me, that's not a problem. I don't care. I can get them like to regular health in a few years. My Validus, my Trichocereus validus, looked like terrible too. Had scars and everything, and now it's a fantastic plant. Sometimes people are too fast to discard something. Like, if something is rare and deserves to be grown, I keep it until it recovers. So yeah, I got a lot of amazing crosses this year. Most of them will not get into the shop simply because the fruits are so small. But there's a lot of progress with amazing flower crosses. Flower crosses is my thing now. And yeah, I love it. It's so much fun. And right now, I need to make space for the heater. I want to be able to walk in here, and here's the heater, and it will be enough to heat the greenhouse. But yeah, I say this every year. This isn't supposed to be like this. I will build another greenhouse. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, but budget is a huge problem. Like, a greenhouse here to overwinter inside costs me 3K, 3,000, 4,000 euro. And I just don't have the budget, you know. We are a small family, and everything has become more expensive. Heating the house is expensive like crazy. And heating the greenhouses, that comes in addition to buying one. So yeah, this year, no greenhouse, maybe next year. So let's go into the other greenhouse. Same situation. Here's these two shelves. I built two, like within the last, I don't know, 1.5, 2 years. I built one, and the other one, like, within the last year. Here are, like, plants for breeding. All amazing flower hybrids. I just love that stuff. And yeah, same situation actually. No space. Totally no space. But I made so many amazing crosses, like with amazing flowers, that I'm really happy about the breeding season. Like the summer sucked really bad for me. But in regards to breeding, it was great. Yeah. And normally I would keep more space. That's something that I can really only tell you. If you have like the size in a greenhouse, keep more space. Don't do it like me. I'm doing it despite knowing that it's not optimal. But right now, it needs to be enough until I have funds available to buy me another greenhouse. And yeah, sometimes, you know, when you have cool stuff that you've raised from seeds, you don't want to like put them away. I gave so many amazing flower hybrids away to the neighborhood folks here, and yeah, it's enough. I gave everything I could, and yeah, I left this part empty because there are still fruits ripening, and it bothers me because I would like to close everything up, close shop, so to speak, but doesn't work. I mean, I want to harvest the seeds, and I expect them to be ripe within the next couple of weeks. Hopefully. If not, I will probably take them down nonetheless. I mean, at some point you gotta bring the plants inside. Yeah. Ow. And there's plants everywhere. Some of these are like, I'm starting to develop a direction that I'm breeding in, like my own kinds of hybrids. And it will be great to see how everything turns out in the next years. Like this year, I've shown so many amazing flowers that I've never shown before, like on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, everything went viral, completely viral. Like, I had a reach of like 10 million. That was crazy. Yeah, and next year it will be even more. Like every year, there are countless new plants flowering, and it's fun. It's great to be like around seeing this. I've been so sick. I had actually thought I'd not see anything that happened in front of my eyes in the last years. In the last, I don't know, 5 years, we wrote books. We could build greenhouses from total poverty where I was. And yeah, it's great seeing where things are going, And there will be a new book. And yeah, this is great. So let's go into the last greenhouse. With these here, I'm still, these will come into the greenhouse where the empty space is. But I'm not sure if I can keep them all. Some of them might have to go too. Same here. Yeah, these are all seedlings. This is a good spot. It gets sun very early in the morning. 10 a.m. in the morning. This one gets full sun. So I put small seedlings here that are vulnerable, that might not survive on other spots. And here's more, good stuff. It's just so much amazing stuff to make crosses with, and the space is so little. It's always the same. But yeah, it's the price that I pay. When you like sowing out, you just never have space. Yeah, all right. That's basically it. I have a lot of grafting stocks here. More plants. And ideally, I would like to have more space. And that will happen within the next years. You know how it is when you're growing something from zero. It just isn't always like within a year. Sometimes you just have to wait and continually improve the situation, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just glad that we've survived the summer, and hope that my family stays healthy. You know how that stuff is, and everything else comes then. So preparing for winter. I'm already moving the heaters outside. Tonight we had a super cold night. Oh yeah, and I started hanging basket plants. Like, I have no more space on the ground, so I'm putting them into the air. These things are made for hanging plants, so it's not completely it's not completely unheard of. I had comments on sites like TikTok where people were saying that's pretty dumb considering these can fall down. I mean, I have so many plants, I don't care if something falls down. It would make things probably a little bit easier. So yeah, I mean, but still, I'm hanging the hanging basket plants onto these metal rods there. And so far it's going good. We'll see. I'll buy me 10 more of these pots, and then we'll see how they come through the winter. Yeah, and that's it. Within the next, I don't know, months, things will get really cold. I'm sure we will have sunny days in between. But I'm already letting the plants be completely dry. They need to be dry over winter. It just reduces the risk of fungal infections. And right now I'm checking all the seedlings and repotting. I'm still repotting simply every time I see a problem, I'm doing something about it. Like little seedlings, they can, if the soil isn't perfectly dry, they can produce, like develop root rot, stuff like this. And I'm working to reduce that. I started sowing out in organic soil, like in sowing soil, simply because, I don't know, it had a better rate of success. But once you are past a certain stage, once the seedlings are past a certain stage, the risk of root rot goes up dramatically. Young seedlings need a lot of water early on, and then later they need perfect drainage, a lot of oxygen in the soil, and therefore you often have to repot them. Like the success rate is great when you sow out in organics in sowing soil, and within the first 4 months, repotting helps to reduce the rate of lost seedlings. So yeah, that's what I'm doing in the next weeks. But like overall, I'm done for the season. Take care.